And we're going to continue to talk about how to make your game a super impression, a superstar in its own right. So next up, we understand about reach and engagement, and Youssef Alkara, UK company head of Huawei Mobile Services, is going to tell us how to nail both, right? Because we're going to get a crash course in Huawei Ads and the exciting opportunities and possibilities to engage millions of device users in ways that they like and appreciate. And I have to say, after a lot of work from home and seeing teaching at home, you have developed quite an appreciation for educators. I understand, Youssef.
Absolutely,
Absolutely. And we can't
that's
wait.
that's all for our educators.
Absolutely. And I was going to say, we can't wait to learn from you, Youssef. So I will hand it over to you, and you're going to tell us about Huawei and all about quality. So I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Youssef Alkara, and I'm a UK country head for Huawei Mobile Services. I'm delighted to be here today at Poker Gamer. It's great to be here amongst so many subject matter experts, and I'm going to talk to you today about our new ad platform, Huawei Ads, and I'll be sharing some insights on how you can use this new marketing platform to find new high value users and gamers in Europe and the Middle East and in China, and we're also going to look at how you can generate additional revenue with our publisher solution, Huawei Ads Kit. Be sure to stay until the end of our talk as well, because I'm going to be sharing with you at the end of our conversation a few ways to get free trial credit on our platform, so you could get started with specific programs. And I'll close with that and leave you with a few good ideas to reflect on. So this is our agenda for the next 25-30 minutes: how to grow with Huawei Ads. We're going to talk a little bit about the app marketing landscape. It's changing fast, and this does have an implication on how we do business. Why Huawei Ads, publisher opportunities, advertisers opportunities, and then how to get started practically with our programs and our trial credits. So firstly, the app marketing landscape, and this is really important to start with, because we are going through some very turbulent times in digital marketing, lots of changes. And when we talk to our customers, our clients, and our partners, we hear a lot of questions and comments on these four topics: privacy, ASO, 5G, and gaming becoming more social. So all these are really important questions, and we identify them as really major trends out there. And we're very happy to have a dialogue with our partners and clients about that and give them advice about this. So very briefly on this occasion, I'll just mention a little bit what is really essential in each category. First, in app user privacy, we've seen a number of new laws and policies come into place that give people more control over the ads they can see and they want to see, and this also means that we've seen a shift from the opt-out consent model to more opt-in models, where people opt in to give permission to have their data shared and collected. And the major implication of this is that a lot of ad platforms are less able nowadays to collect data, to track users, and also to track them across applications, which is really essential. And a lot of the ad networks, as a result of that, are losing some efficiency, and it's getting harder to profile and identify user profiles as you used to in the past. So what marketers are now being faced with is really to think very hard about that, and the opportunity that they can see is that first-party data collectors are really those who will be winning on the long run, because collecting first-party data is actually more compliant and very valuable, and this is really a competitive advantage. So really, this is about privacy. And regarding ASO, App Store Optimization, again, this continues to be a very competitive area, and app stores are very, very crowded places, and it's very hard for mid-size or independent developer to stand out there and really be visible with your application and your solution. So in addition to the if you compound that with the restrictions on privacy, again, this makes really the job of developers harder and harder. On 5G, this is really an enabling technology. Fantastic. It's gonna allow us to have higher connectivity speeds, lower latency. We're going to be able to move data faster between devices and cloud. So lots of opportunities here to have richer content in games and richer experiences. Of course, this eventually will also have implications on, more multiplayer games, more streaming, and of course, this means more social gaming. And, if we reflect about these trends and the implications on advertising, well, there are massive changes in there. And the best advertising is really the one that blends with whatever the user and the gamers are doing. And, we're going to have to think and reflect about all these to really make sure our advertising continues to be relevant, continues to be welcomed by users, and actually have a good impact on our business. So what are our recommendations? Broadly speaking, we talk as well to our partners. We come out with 3 recommendations basically, and we say, embrace privacy-centric marketing. It is the future. We're already in it, and it's the best way to build, trust-based, transparent relationships with the users, and have good branding. So this is now part of every strategy, every platform strategy, and every campaign strategy. The next thing is, be more targeted and focused in your segmentation. Again, we talked about how crowded some platforms are and how hard it is to stand out. So really nowadays, the campaigns that are the most successful are those that are more targeted on a specific audience. They work harder to figure out who is their audience, how to talk to them, their own language, with call to actions that not only give them an idea for something they want to do next, but also to really help identify help self-select and identify the right user to come forward. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is really diversify your channels and your UA strategies, because again, in this crowded environment and in this environment that's overheating a little bit, where it's getting more and more expensive to do the sort of campaigns we did in the past, you're going to have to try different things, try different routes to get to your audience. There are different ways that you can engage with the same groups of people, and some of these routes may be less crowded, less expensive, and you can have better ROI. So this is really what we advise our users and our clients and our partners, and Huawei Ads really plays to these to these directions and to these strengths. So while you reflect on all this and try to bake that into your strategy, it's also important to think through how many of your current users are Huawei device users, and what are you doing for them? Are you really having something specific, to target them? There are today more than 1 billion connected Huawei devices out there, and the odds are many of your users will have one or more of these devices. So these are a few KPIs from 2020. You can see Huawei is leader in a number of areas, from smartphones to wearables, laptops, headsets, IoT, and so all these areas are areas where Huawei has invested a lot, has massive installed base, and this trend is going to continue. Yes, so I was talking about the large installed base of Huawei devices out there. There's probably more than 1 billion connected devices out there. Focusing on smartphone, really, we have more than 700 million Huawei device users out there. 83 million of them are MNP series users. Those are our high-end devices. So those are very important for us, because they're very engaged with the brand and the ecosystem, and they're very sought after. Huawei is also today, Huawei has more than 25-26% market share of the 5G enabled smartphone, and that's a very important KPI for us to share, because those are going to be the dominant type of devices in the future. And to the right, you see some research from News of Global Gaming showing the progression and the evolution of the 5G enabled devices over time. That's the blue bar, going up to 43% in 2023. So that's something very relevant to us and to everybody in the gaming business out there, and something we're paying attention to. The second big reason why you would want to consider Huawei Ads, beyond the size of the audience and the number of connected devices, that second reason is AppGallery. AppGallery is the app distribution platform of Huawei. It's meant predominantly to serve Huawei device users, but not exclusively, and it was set up in 2018. Now, over the last few years, it has grown in size and strength. It's become a vibrant ecosystem with no less than 540 million monthly active users, growing year on year by 32%. In Europe, the number of users is 42 million, but the growth rate is double at 61%. There are today 2.3 million developers working on AppGallery, and 300,000 are outside China. So those are developers who develop for AppGallery and have games and apps in there. There are as well 384 billion downloads, and that's 83% growth year on year. So what these numbers show you is not only the size of AppGallery, but the great positive momentum that this platform has. And again, this is really something to consider. If you're looking for a great place to meet Huawei users and communicate with them, this is probably the place for you. So how are you serving Huawei device owners at the moment? Are you sending them to your traditional app store, another app store where they cannot download an app, for example, or are you ignoring their value altogether because you don't have a specific strategy, or could be both? But in any case, what we want to do today is offer you tools for you to connect and engage with Huawei device users in a way that they like, in a way that they respond to positively, so you can unlock that potential for your business. And this is the overview of the architecture of Huawei Ads. So Huawei Ads is an end-to-end platform from publishers to advertisers. And on the left-hand side, you've got the publisher section, the SSP platform. You will be familiar with that. We have thousands of apps already integrated. Many of them are also our own apps, the Huawei apps, developers who come to us or who discuss with us integration, they obviously have inventory that they want to promote and sell. They're looking for a very good fill rate, for a very good eCPM, and we offer them that as much as possible. Then on the right-hand side, you've got advertisers. You can have standalone advertisers who want to promote one or a few apps that they have, or marketing agencies who work on behalf of bigger customers. They have marketing goals, they have budgets, and again, we like to discuss with them how we can help them get to their targets. And the DSP is there for them to create their campaigns. It's a programmatic platform. It enables them to create and manage their campaigns end to end in there. And I'll show you a little bit more about that in the next section. What I also want to call out about Huawei Ads, which is really important, is the data management platform, that module in the middle. That is a module that helps us harness the power of big data, because we have a lot of data about users, about the devices, and we use that to really try and help the targeting and the segmentation of the campaigns. And a lot of these DMP features are standardized on the DSPs. We have tags that any advertiser can access and use, but we also go the extra mile with our customers, and we do a lot of customized profiling because we really want them to succeed and target and engage the right set of users. So that's in a nutshell Huawei Ads as a platform. I'm going to now talk a little bit about the publishers, then the advertisers, so we see both sides of the platform and what every side wants and what we offer each. For the publisher side, well, the opportunity is it's real. It's an incremental revenue opportunity for those who want to monetize their inventory. Integration with Huawei Ads is easy. We have a competitive revenue sharing model, and we offer also quality ads on our network. So you'll see the experience of ads is of high quality, and we have a lot of strict policies and compliance in place. To start monetization, it's a very simple 4-step process. You've got your app on AppGallery. You go to the publisher console, you add it, you select an ad format and an ad unit, you integrate the SDK, and you test it. Most developers will tell us that this is a 3-hour process, so not very complicated. And then you release it and you start, expecting the revenue. So a 4-step process that, by and large, you could plan for a day, and it's a very well, very much worth the effort. The revenue sharing model I talked about is very competitive on Huawei Ads. In 2021, we offered 80-20%, revenue share. Typical industry sharing models are around 70-30. So that's very competitive. We're very competitive in this respect. And finally, in terms of the content, quality of the content, if you have a Huawei device, or if you can see a Huawei device that a friend of yours has, have a look. You'll see the quality of the ads and the creatives on there. Those are ours, but they're also third parties, of course, and they are of the same standards. And as I said, we have an approval process in place. We make sure the rules are respected and very, very much complied with. So we keep the standards very high. So that's it really for the publisher side, a simple but real opportunity, and we're very much happy to help you through that process and make it as easy and seamless as possible. An example for you just to reflect on, this is a good case study of wetter.com, a popular weather app in Germany, actually #1 over there. They integrated with us recently, and their KPIs are as shown here: 12 million monthly active users, 3 million daily ad requests, 80 to 90% fill rate, and a 2.9 euro average eCPM. So that's quite a successful revenue proposition for a popular weather app in Germany. And there's no reason why anyone who has a popular game with good traffic cannot monetize it in the same way. Advertiser opportunities. This is our next section, and it's a very important one as well. Again, when we meet advertisers, be it CPs, developers who have their apps, or marketing agency, we're very much aware they have a marketing goal in mind, and it can be a very different goal from client to client. Some want to raise awareness, do branding activities. Others want to acquire users, pay users. It could be their game, or perhaps on an e-commerce website, or they have an installed base already in their games, but they want to monetize it. They want to really get more people active in the game. Or finally, they could be a mature game that has an existing user base, and they want to retain that user base, prevent churn, and reward loyalty, right? So we can see a number of configurations there, and we try to offer solutions and tools for every type of request. And we tell our clients there are three strengths to Huawei Ads that they can consider as they make their choices. The first one is the access to that massive audience, that massive Huawei device user audience, and the precise delivery tools that we have for them. The second one is the placements. They're powerful, they're broad. We have a lot of variety in the type of placements, from games to third-party apps to our own apps and AppGallery itself. So a lot of places where you can meet those users, interact, promote, and have a great engagement. And thirdly, we're a performance-driven result platform, so we offer as well app tracking solutions and conversion tracking, so that you could measure the ROI of your activities and also optimize for that. And I'll show a little bit more about each, because those are three big sections that we always go through with our clients, and we help them understand the tools that we have for each. But first, about the audience, we talked about those big, massive user numbers. And it's very often the case that when customers come to us, again, they have an expansion project. They could be a big developer in the States wanting to expand to Europe and beyond that to different regions. So they come to us and they look at the traffic. So this is a breakdown of our traffic by region, where we typically present that in 5 sections. MENA and Europe come on top with each about a third, then Russia, a big country, then APAC and LATAM, and that's very convenient for segmentation. Europe is of very great interest to a lot of regional CPs, and again, they plan expansion country by country, and again, we do the same breakdown for Europe. So this is what the breakdown of our traffic looks like in Europe. Ranking from top to bottom, you've got Turkey, Germany, Italy, France, Spain, Romania, UK. Those are the top countries. And again, very often developers might plan expansion in one country at a time or multiple countries at a time, and we work with them in this respect. We talked a lot about the Mate and P series users, and I want to say something a little bit more about this here. Again, they're very sought after because of their engagement with the Huawei ecosystem. And what this means is, they use their devices a lot. They have a lot of apps and a lot of games. They use them a lot. They spend a lot of time on them. They're in AppGallery all the time. But they also use other services of our ecosystem. They could have a music subscription. They could read books. They could watch videos on their devices. They could have backup storage. They could have they could buy themes from our collection. So all these things make the interaction very, very loyal. And all these also give us a lot more opportunities to connect with these users, and they will often give their consent, of course, to receive personalized advertising. And this is when we can plan campaigns in a very, very effective manner. Okay. And this is an example really for the UK. When I talk about the MNP series, this is exactly from our directly from our data management platform, nearly 2 million users in the UK. And that's exactly what we show our clients when we start a conversation with them. And there are 6 ways to target this audience, 6 types of tools in Huawei Ads. I'll run through them very quickly just to show you the diversity of tools that are at your disposal. You've got customer tags, which are standardized rules in the platform, to select people based on normal attributes like type of device, region, what apps they use, etc. Smart extension is a type of lookalike platform, a lookalike feature that will select more audience members based on a seed or subsegment of very successful profiles that you've selected. Customer lists are anonymized user lists that you can upload directly. Remarketing is classic remarketing based on behavior. If someone has made payments or used a certain app, retargeting again is based on the historical behavior of someone. And finally, a combined audience is just a combination of the above features. The powerful placements that we talked about. So once you have your audience and you're targeting them with these tools, what placement do you select? Well, you've got 3 choices and 3 channels. The first one is the programmatic display, which is just a general display network across apps and games and devices. And you can promote apps and you can promote web campaigns, and you have a number of attribution models. So this is a general display network. Then you've got AppGallery, which is specialized in app paid promotion, and the attribution model is CPD only. And finally, you've got the search network, which is relatively new for us. We are promoting Petal Search, our own search engine. And again, this is where you can use hot words and keywords to really promote your app if you know very, very, very accurately what your users are looking for. So I'm going to show you a little bit what each of them look like, and we can see the difference between each. This is the programmatic display network. You can have as many as these are the type of formats that you can use: splash, banner, reward, interstitial, native. Again, you promote web and app download or app engagement campaigns. The bidding models are often CPM if it's awareness, CPC if you want to have certain action, CPI and CPA if you want more sophisticated install or activation KPIs, and that's really broadly available. The AppGallery paid promotion network gives you access to these type of placements. Like on the left you have the recommended apps folder, which is a folder where we make recommendations for people who come to AppGallery for the first time, and they may see this folder and be happy to download one or more of these recommendations. That's very, very popular, very good conversion rates. Category rankings, so new apps we love, new games we love, very strong editorials, they influence user behavior, and again, we get very good results with this. And to the right, you've got the AppGallery search functionality, and again, if you know what your users are looking for, that would be very, very effective. The search function, the search network, Petal Search, again, gives you access to more sophisticated search placements. You can have the classic app search or news box, keywords, shopping feeds, and brand boxes. So all these are a variety of ways of presenting your information to users and having a very good, very nice user experience. The bidding model is CPC, sorry, and the audience is selected by keyword bidding or product feed. All these channels have one thing in common, which is the seamless app install feature. This is a feature that enables app download ads to really, they enable the download of the app without the user leaving the page. And this provides a very nice experience. And we can do this because Huawei Ads and AppGallery are very tightly integrated. And as a result, you can see CTRs, these are from our own studies, CTRs improve much more, conversion rates are higher, and acquisition cost is lower. One thing as well, when we start a relationship with a client, one of the first things they ask us is, what kind of formats do you have on the platform? And we have the standard formats. Those are examples over here. They all serve a certain purpose. Banners can be sometimes, affordable, good deal, very popular. Splash are very impressive. Native are very, seamless in the game or in AppGallery, and they have very good results. Videos as well are very popular. So you can combine one, two, or three or more of these formats and create a good narrative for your campaign. Tracking results and app tracking. Well, we have a number of app tracking solutions to track what happens after a user clicks on an ad, and this is important for us as well to provide good ROIs. We integrate with the standards like AppsFlyer, Adjust for Java, Singular, Sysmeg, so those are already integrated, and we have a few more in the pipeline. We also offer a free landing page creation tool called Venus to help also those who need to create a landing page and connect that to the campaign as well. I want to show as well, a recent case study from AliExpress, who ran a 5-day campaign using search. And again, it was a very popular campaign, achieving good incremental revenue. And what they used is a combination of hot word configuration, top searches, as you can see here in these images. If you own a device, you may have seen it, you may have been exposed to it. And again, it was a very popular campaign. And again, it shows the power of, if you know what your customers are looking for at a certain time or a key buying period, then you've got the tools for that. And lastly, on this section of advertisers, I wanted to show some of the big logos who work with us in China. Those are businesses who have given us their trust over there. And obviously in China, Huawei Ads is a little bit more mature and bigger than in Europe, but here as well, we hope to connect with you and show you that we can do the same for your brands as we did in China with these. So to get started, practically, how do you get started with Huawei Ads? Well, it's very, very simple. Depending on whether you're an advertiser who wants to promote one or a few of your own apps, or whether you're an agency, we have 2 different tracks. We'll guide you through that. You can create your account, get proper training, get proper activation. You get your trial amount as well, depending on whether you're a direct advertiser or a partner or a certified partner. You can get a different trial amount, and you can start planning your campaign and optimizing them. So direct advertisers are those who promote their own ads. Partners and certified partners are marketing agencies, certified partners being those with probably bigger revenue and bigger business base. So we'll guide you through that once you show interest, and we'll make it as seamless as possible. One thing that we focus on a lot in our team is customer success. And when we have CPs or agencies who join us, we really want to be sure that they make the most of the tools we offer them. So we make we make the process of joining AppGallery as seamless as possible. Then the onboarding as well, we work hard with them to share with them their knowledge of how to work on the platform. And most importantly, we stick around, we stay with you when you're trying to optimize your first campaigns. And we give you the advice and we share the best practices that we have from our own trading experience with Huawei Ads. We share that with you. So you get up and running as fast as possible and you discover what are the best slots for you in terms of traffic, what are the best ad formats, call to actions, user profiles and segmentations, etc. So you need to customize all these tools to suit your business. And we spend a lot of time in this period just to make sure that you are up and running successfully. If you're interested in learning more about Huawei Ads, there are a number of resources available out there. Our developer website, Huawei Mobile Services, and you could create an account as well by yourself or reach out to us and we'll help you do it. And you can start, just trying it and have a first experience. Again, the best way to get started is to reach out to us, and we welcome every query and every contact. You can email me directly after the presentation or the event, and I'd be very happy to talk to you more about how you can get started. That QR code is the QR code of our playbook. Again, it's a document that talks a little bit about the same things that I presented today, but maybe a little bit in depth and with a more technical angle for those who are more interested. With this, I thank you very much. That was our talk today about Huawei Ads.
And I want to thank you very much for that informative talk. I was live tweeting most of the time. I know you're not taking questions at this point, but I was seeing some people sort of ask in social around the case studies you were sharing. Is there going to be, I imagine, a deck, or maybe they should just go to your website and check it out? Am I correct?
Absolutely. In the playbook that we have, the document that we have has a number of case studies with, as I said, a little bit more technical or quantitative data.
Excellent. I will take a look at that, actually. I've been hearing so much about your company. Thanks so much for your talk, and we'll be moving on. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.